button.
Oh, there you go. What's happening, Facebook family? This is First Lady Valerie Hawkins. To my friends and to my family, Valerie, I know it's been a minute, it's been a while, but I want to come to you and talk to you about a subject. First and foremost, let me just say this. I know I've been sick. I had that flu. So for those of you that's out there that got that flu and are sick, take care of yourself. Get you some Gatorade. Drink you plenty of water, orange juice. Do what your doctor says. You know what I'm saying? If you can, shut in until you get well. Sweat that thing out. Take your shower, wash that thing up, and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying because I got over it. But so I didn't make a video for a while because I couldn't, because I was from the... I'm back. I don't know if y'all can see me, but I was over here wondering if y'all can see me. I just want to say this. If a person can't add to your life, let me just say this. Don't let nobody take away from your life. Especially if you out there trying to do something that is positive for you and your family on a whole. You know, you have these people that have their own hidden agendas, and they come around and they place themselves in your life. And I say place themselves in your life because what happens is their life is not whole, and they come to you and they want to get underneath you, and they want you to come in and they want you to be that captain. They want you to be that savior. But because you're trying to build and you're trying to be nice, you're trying to help them, but they have agendas. And I know that I'm talking to some people because I know folks is out there doing it. You know, they come to you with one agenda, and you thinking they coming to you with some type of friendship, and they got your best interest in heart, and your children, you done brought them around your children into your house, you done let them know your business, and then all of a sudden one day they don't answer the phone no more, or they don't want to holler at you no more. They don't want to partner with you in doing anything because they've gotten what they've needed, and then they went on and left you a hotmess.com after giving you all kind of advice and leaving you hanging, and you don't even know if you can even deal with the situation because what they've told you, you've gravitated to how they are, and you've lost yourself and compromised things along the way. I'm saying this to you because I just finished dealing with a situation that this happened with. So I said, let me get on Facebook and let me share this with some people. Be careful who you allow in your life, around your children, around your family. Be careful who you allow to come in and speak unto you things that are dear to you. You know, I tell people this all the time, that charity starts at home, then it sets abroad. You're going to have to figure out things for yourself. This is life, and it's a part of life, and learn how to put stuff in its proper perspective and stop running to everybody about your situation when you yourself have to mature up. That means grow up. You know, humble yourself down and try to get a good understanding as to what is going on. Pray about it. You know, get around some people with some wisdom. Don't run to people that's not in the same situation or have not experienced the things that you have. There's too much going on in this world. There's too much going on with our children. And we got our children's children coming on, especially people of age. You know, I'm older now, so I can say that. You know, I tell my children, you know, oh, those are my friends and so on and so forth. And I know them. You may not have known them, but you don't know them. What I mean by that, what I mean is you can meet a person or people when you're in your 20s and when you're 30s, and when you get in your 40s, you ain't seen them for 5 or 10 years, or you knew them in high school when you were 17, 18, and now you in your 40s, and now you in your 50s, and they come back in your life, and you say, oh man, that's my partner, that's my friend, and you say, I know how they are, and then come to find out you really don't know the person that they have become, and nor do they know you, because you've grown and mature over a time. And that's expected of you. People have to grow up and mature, but not everyone has. People have grown up chronologically, and they've grown bigger and wider. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm trying to tell you that everybody may not be in the place that you are, or is heading in the same direction in which you want to take your life in with your children. You are at a place in your life right now of great impact, and you can impact somebody's life with something that is so positive to build them up and let them know, listen, yes, I've experienced things, but until you go through it, You know, you're going to have to come out on this thing with your hands lifted up saying, listen, I'm ready to learn. It's me standing in the need of prayer. And it's me, the one that have been out there in the way that didn't have a clear understanding. I was leaning on everybody else's understanding. We're taught that acknowledge me in all thy ways and I shall direct your path. We're taught that because we ourselves that lean to the left and lean to the right or lean to our brothers and sisters that have not experienced or have hidden agendas, and they give us the wrong advice, it messes us up in the process of life. And then we find ourselves in a repetitious state, starting all the way back over. And a lot of us, I can't blame everybody, so I'm going to give you this example. A lot of us don't understand that, yeah, it's okay to remember the things that you experienced growing up in high school and college and then in life and different relationships, but you're not there anymore. You know, remembrance is one thing and trying to relive it is two totally different things. And you have so many people that have not grown up in that particular aspect, and what they do is they want to give other people advice and they haven't even matured in it, and then you turn around and you running it up on their advice. It's like the blind leading the blind, and then all of a sudden it's a whole big old mess. And then you utterly consume to somebody else's advice instead of trying to go to other people that are mature, that are sound, that understand exactly what can happen and giving you different examples in different situations. You know, one time this young woman and this young man was arguing, and the advice that was given was bad. It was horrible. You know, he went to one of his friends and he talking with this and he talking with that, and all of a sudden, man, you whooped her, man, whoop her, man, put her in her place, let a nigga know what's going on and all that kind of stuff. But this is not this man's girlfriend. This is not somebody that he just know. First and foremost, he ain't got his hands, no business putting his hands on her. But second of all, this is the kind of advice that this young man gave to this other young man, and he went home trying to fight this girl, and now he had to suffer the consequences behind it instead of going to somebody with some wisdom. Hello, somebody and of age that can give him sound advice and say, listen, you know, if you're that mad and if you're that upset, separate yourself for a while. You know, don't go acting ignorant, because, you know, anger lies in the bosom of a fool. And so you separate yourself for a while, get your thoughts together, get your mind together. You don't handle a situation like that. You don't go there trying to fight her, and you definitely don't run out try to go get no another woman to try to take her place. Hello, somebody. You don't run out there and try to get you a side chick, calling somebody that's just hanging on, trying to get all the kibbles and bits like dogs, and thirsty as hell. I mean, thirsty, AZ as hell. And then just trying to just put up with whatever. You feel me? And trying to ruin your house. You're not in a sound mind. Anger leads away the mind. You understand what I'm saying? I need help and I need all kind of prayer. But I'm just trying to tell you, because when people give you the wrong advice and you think that they have your best interest at heart and you're already angry, that devil wants to feed that flesh. And so your discerning shuts down in situations, and you can end up doing things that's going to mess you up in the long run. I'm telling you, sorry is not going to get it. Sorry is not going to cut it when you led in your flesh and people are giving you the wrong advice and you are not thinking clear. You can mess up not only your life, but you can mess up somebody else's life because you're led away by anger. And you begin to compromise your morals and your values, and God forbid your ethics. And you go out there and you do things, and then all of a sudden when the situation cools down a day and a half, 2, 3 days, whatever, or you're not high or drunk no more, and you ain't around them foolish people leading you astray, what happens? Then all of a sudden what? Oh my God, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I reacted in my flesh. And for those of you that got to take a pill with your prayer, you're not taking your medicine. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not even trying to be funny, because people are born with, what's the best word? They have a imbalance, a biological imbalance, and they need a pill with their prayer. Yeah, I'm talking about it because it needs to be talked about. And instead of them being led by wisdom and sitting down, allowing themselves to cool down and understanding that they have a situation and a problem within themselves, they be that bipolar, that schizophrenia, and all the rest of them intrusive voices and all their friends and so on be talking to them, and then they end up doing stuff, and then later on they regret it instead of doing what the doctor told them to do. Take your pill with your prayer and then keep it pushing, and won't nobody else know that you got a situation and a problem. But anyway, let's move that to the side. Let's get back to what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, be careful who you allow in your life, who you allow to speak over your life, and who you allow to dictate to you, and who you allow to come in and make you compromise your belief system. If you gonna stand on it, then stand on it. You know what? I'm saved. I'm a Christian. I love God. I'm sanctified. I love the Lord, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna stand on that. You feel me? I'm not here to talk about nobody's religion. If you a Muslim, if you a Buddhist, whatever you are, whatever God that you serve, that's what you stand on. Don't be flippy floppy now. You feel me? Everybody, yes, everybody wants to blame the world for their situations and their problems. But this is part of it. And you have to mount yourself up, and you have to get your heart, mind, body, and soul together and put things in its proper perspective so you can begin to grow and begin to learn. And as you begin to grow and learn, you yourself will begin to mature. And when you mature, oh my God, it's nothing like it in the world, because with maturity comes understanding. And then you say, okay, the situation is not as bad as I thought it was. Or you know what? In my sound mind, I wouldn't have called Raymond or Sheila or Jasmine or Tequila or anybody on the phone, or I wouldn't have went and drank, and got me some alcohol or went to drugs. In my sound mind, have I just sat down and got myself together and allowed peace to come over my heart, mind, body, and soul, then I would have made a rational decision. But you can, and people will try to make you an irrational and give you irrational advice and allow you to make irrational decisions, and then they sit back and talk about you. And then you looking crazy. I don't want y'all looking crazy. I don't want you feeling any kind of way like you're not accepted or people don't love you. And there are people, I'm not going to lie to you, there are people that will pretend to be with a hidden agenda. Back to the beginning, they have agendas and they will pretend to be your brother, your sister, your friend. You even got the people out there that want to try to be your mama and your daddy. You feel me? Because there's a lot of people out there whose loved ones have passed on. But you have to stand back and really say, does these people have my best interests at heart? And if you're allowing them around your children, what are they speaking to your children when your back is turned? What are they saying? What input are they putting into your children's lives? And what input have they put in other people's lives? Because truly, a tree is known by the fruit that it bears. And that's for real. You feel me? I want you to understand what I'm talking about on today. I'm losing my voice again, so I can't be on Facebook too long. But I hope that just reaches somebody. Don't let everybody speak over your life, and don't let anger lead you into a place. Anger lies in the bosom of a fool. Don't allow anger to lead you into a place where you're hurtful to yourself or you're hurtful to others. Not only physically so, but your mouth, your actions. Because for every action is a reaction, and there's repercussions behind it. Now, you might not like the repercussion. You might feel good about your actions and your anger. But when you come down, come on, my brother, come on, my sister. When you come down and you really look at the things that were said and how things were done, you yourself, hey, Jasmine, hey, Charles, you yourself have to say, you know what, I was wrong. And that's one of the things about this world and the people in this world. You feel me? That's one of the things about how people are. They don't really want to admit when they're wrong, or they want to admit when they're wrong. But so many people in the past, when they did come forward and say, you know what, I was wrong, they beat them down. So they held that, and it makes them haughty. It makes them come up, and it makes them begin to compromise the truth. You know, there's nothing like the truth. The truth will set you free. You know what? What's wrong with saying that I'm wrong? I've been wrong a few times. You know, I've been wrong in some situations, but you have to know who you are. So what you can accomplish in the things of God in this life while you have a life to live. Tomorrow's not promised to you. So you have to be very, very careful. The people that are around you that bring you love, the for real folks. I ain't talking about them folks that's coming with them hidden agendas. I was telling you about that earlier. I ain't talking about that devil that's coming in like a sheep in wolf clothing. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about them ones that's coming like your friends, your frenemies. I ain't talking about them folks. I ain't talking about them haters, them non-innovators. I ain't talking about them folks. I ain't talking about them folks that come in and try to split and destroy you in your face. They ain't even come behind your back no more. I ain't talking about them folks that's coming in your house and trying to sleep with your husband and your wife. I ain't talking about them folks. I ain't talking about them folks that'll come in and con you out your money with that long con. You feel me? I'm trying to tell you, I know the game. Game better recognize game. I ain't talking about them folks, but I'm talking about people that say, listen, I'm going to pray for you and really go in and intercede on your behalf and really say, listen, man, don't go out there cussing your woman or your wife out, and don't go out there cussing your husband and your fiance out, but pray about that thing. Sit down. And because anger lies in the bosom of a fool, don't be foolish in your actions. In the book of Romans, it talks about how people thought they were wise and became unwise and became foolish in their actions. And let me tell you, ain't nothing like feeling foolish. That's when you don't want to admit when you're wrong, because you already feel crazy. Like, I already know I did wrong. I already know I messed up. Why you got to say something? Well, I have to say something to you, my brother, because listen here, I want you to get it right. I want you to grow up and mature and recognize the mistakes that you've made, or my sister, and recognize the mistakes that you made. So next time you can get this thing right, and it ain't gonna be it won't be necessary for no type of apology and forgiveness to go forth, because you handled the situation maturely. You understand what I'm saying? And yes, Charles, arrogance it does poison the spirit. It does. But what happens is, a lot of people don't understand that a haughty spirit is also an arrogant spirit. You can become arrogant within you and haughty. It's good to feel good about yourself, okay? I'm not saying that. Hold on, y'all. I gotta roll down this window because I'm sweating. But it is. You can become let me get myself back together because I have to let some air in here because I feel like I'm sweating. But an arrogant spirit is poison, and a lot of people they have a haughty spirit, or they have an air against them, and that's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants you to be haughty. He wants you to be rebellious, because rebellious is bad. It's not a good way to be. It's not, and it's entangled with arrogance and haughtiness and an unstable mind. Come on, somebody. You know, you got yourself something there. You can't deal with them because, hey, they can't deal with themselves. You understand what I'm saying? But I really want to get back to my point, because that's what I really hear, is that be careful. You know, be careful who you allow into your life. Be careful of who you allow to speak into you and give you advice about situations that are going on, especially in your personal life. People are going to always want to share, but guess what? They don't need to share everything. You feel me? Pray for me. They don't need to share everything. You know what I mean? And then if they do, you're going to have to take what you need from the table and leave the rest of that mess behind. You know, you're trying to grow, you're trying to mature, you're trying to get someplace in your life. You know, a lot of times, and I hate to say this, I don't know why this is coming up, but come out of your head. Come out of that repetitious thought and that repetitious thinking. Come out of that thing. You know, and begin to speak over your life and have confidence in the decision that you've made, especially if it's a healthy decision, especially if you're going to prosper in that decision, and things are going to change for the better in that decision. Speak over your life. You know, I have a sound mind, and go before me, God, in all that I do and all that I say. Use the weapons in which you have to do that. I don't know what's going on. Hey, what's happening, Lenore? But You know, you got to begin to get around positive people, like-minded people. Stop letting people come into your life and take things away from you that you're not willing to give. I mean, it seems like I'm always saying the same thing, but I'm telling you something. You gotta come out from amongst those type of people and make something for yourself. You know, stop depending on other people to validate you. How about that? How about that? Know what you want and work towards that goal of having and achieving what you want in this life. Things that other people's stuff is not promised to you. Don't count other people's money as your money. You can't do that. What you need to do is try to make it happen for yourself. Get out there and encourage yourself. No, you may not have everything, but as long as you on this side of contradiction, as long as you can live and breathe, as long as you can get up in the morning and say, hey, I got a sound mind, as long as you got two pennies to rub together, as my mama used to say, you can make it happen. You know what I mean? I ain't got no car, and I ain't got this, and I ain't got that. Well, what it sounds like to me is you ain't got no esteem about yourself. Get some. Find some self-esteem about yourself. You somebody. Know that you somebody. Know that you can accomplish the goal in which you set. If you want to go back to school, go back to school. You got people 50, 60 years old going back to school and educating themselves. Make the decision that's going to edify your home, your children, and your children's children when you get of age. So you'll have something to say, you know what, when you get ready to get called home or something happens, say, you know what, I made the best out of the life in which God gave unto me. I'm making the best. You know, I may not have always made the right decisions, but today I am. Guess what? Today's a new day. Today's a new day in your life. You know what I'm saying? Some days you may not can go out and be with everybody and do what everybody is doing. Close your door. You know, love yourself enough to love your own company. I don't mind being by myself. I don't have a problem with it because why? I know who I am. I'm assured of Valerie. It was a time in my life where people depicted me and said things about me that wasn't very nice because they said I was coming up against the grain. I didn't do what other people wanted me to do at that time. But I couldn't go their way. I couldn't follow their dreams. I couldn't be a part of what they were hoping for. Yes, that is true. The Lord's blessing is renewed every day. But I had to do what I was called to do. I had to bring myself up and allow myself to be educated and allow myself to know, listen, I was ignorant to some things, but I'm not anymore. But I can say that because I'm delivered from that. I'm not offended when somebody says, you don't know. I may not know, but guess what Valerie knows how to do? Valerie knows how to stay in her own lane. Valerie knows how and understands the concept of learning how to grow and learning how to mature and say, yeah, I've experienced those things in my life, but I'm not that old person. Behold, old things have passed away and all things have become new. I am a new person. I'm not the person. I don't think the way that I used to think. I don't go to places that I used to go to. Yes, I'm glad for those experiences that I experienced when I was out there, but I'm a mature woman now. I'm not a little girl. You feel me? It's a different. Women are different from little girls. So y'all can play them games on them children. But for a woman, you feel me, that done been through something, that done suffered, that done had to lay aside every weight. Even when it hurt her, she had to go out there and work for her family and do things and pray and intercede and do things like that. We understand we come a different way. You understand what I'm saying? We come a different way. Because we've experienced some things. So now we're at a place in our life where we can give sound advice. And I'm telling somebody here today, as somebody is waiting on me, I got to go. But I'm telling somebody here today, you can live and not die in this thing called life. You can live, you can experience, you can have happiness, you can have joy. Today's a sunny day. The sun that broke through the clouds for somebody today. I want you to go out there and I want you to speak over your life. I don't care if you come out of the house and walk down to the end of the block and walk around and say, you know what? I am somebody. I am going to accomplish these goals. I am going to have things. When your mouth is shut and you button up like this and you just have all those repetitious thoughts in your head, that's not doing nothing for you. It's not doing anybody around you any good. So what I want you to do is open wide your mouth. Begin to speak over yourself. You know what I'm saying? See yourself in the future having and accomplishing those goals and with what God has given unto you as an individual. Again, I'm not here to push my religion on anybody, but there is a God, and he's a mighty God, and he looks out for all, okay? And I'm just saying to you, whatever God you believe in, that's between you and the God that you serve. So I'm just talking about the one that I serve. Open wide your mouth. Speak over your life. Speak positive things over your life. Don't allow nobody to come in and kill, steal, and destroy what you have. You living today. There's so much going on. My heart goes out to so many people with so many different things. I remember when I was going through, not everybody came to see about me. Not everybody came to pray for me. Not everybody knocked on the door and said, listen, here, I'm here. I want to help you. I want to know what's going on with you. So that's what I'm saying today. When you have those type of people in your life that want to know what's going on with you, and they have your best interests at heart, and they love you for just being you, not what you can give them. You know what I mean? Those are the people that's going to stand by your side when you're going through, not because what you have. I had a woman tell me, she said, I was a millionaire and everybody was around me. And now all of a sudden ain't nobody around me anymore. Nobody wants anything to do with me. You know what I mean? Because I don't have the money that I used to have. You don't need those type of people. And guess what? You don't have to be the kind of person that go out there because they making you feel some kind of way to try to allow them to depict your life and you be who they want you to be. Be who you are and be proud of who you are. I gotta go, y'all. I love you. I may do another video later. It's been 3 weeks before I did this one. Cousin, I love you. See you, love you, brother. I hope that something that was said could help somebody. Don't allow everybody in your life. Stop taking advice from everybody that don't have your best interest at heart. Be careful what you say over people that do love you and have your best interest at heart. Get up in the morning, brush your teeth, wash that thing up, keep it moving, live your life while you got it, and guess what? I'll check y'all later. Keep it pushing. God bless you all.